Can I welcome everyone to Cork and to UCC? As Kuhn said, it's the last time that this kind of meeting was here, at least in its former guise, was in 2005. We had a great time then. I distinctly remember feeling a little bit ropey after a whiskey tasting session the night before, so I'm delighted we're not doing that, although maybe that would have been fun as well. But you are most welcome to UCC and most welcome to Cork, and I sincerely hope that this meeting goes very, very well, which I'm sure it will. There's a lot of activity going on in INFOMAR over the year, and I noticed that the INFOMAR is mapping in Cork Harbour as well at the moment, which is great. It's great when we get the boats down here and get more data in the Cork area. And I'm also delighted actually that that vessel is taking some of our geophysics students out for a quick visit and a look around the boat. So it's really good that INFOMAR, not only produces great data, but also feeds into a whole load of activities in the country, and also particularly in Cork, which is what particularly pleases me, of course. As Kuhn said, it's been a very busy week here in UCC on the marine front. We've had a number of events focusing on the marine. Yesterday, in this very hall, actually, we had the Geoseas International Workshop. And Geoseas is an EU program involving 26 marine geological and geophysical data centres, including the Geological Survey of Ireland, who are developing a pan-European harmonised e-infrastructure for geological and geophysical data. It's a very kind of important project and initiative that they're running. The INFOMAR seminar is also running this week, and it's great to keep that marine focus going and raise awareness around the campus of all the marine activities that are going on. And yesterday we also had the Environmental Research Open Day, which also was putting a spotlight on marine research in the university. I'm going to wave the UCC flag a little bit and just say a little bit about marine activities in UCC and its relevance to INFOMAR. So at that EOI Open Day, there was two important things that happened. We launched the EOI strategic plan for 2012 to 2016. So we have a new vision for the way environmental research is going in the university. And we also launched the UCC Marine Research Projects Directory. So it was quite a big day, quite a proud day for us in terms of marine environmental research in the university. This is the strategic plan. I was hoping there'd be copies at the back, but they haven't arrived. I'll make sure some come down so that they're available during this meeting. And the Environmental Research Institute has refocused its activities, looking at the strengths within the university and also the national and international agenda. And I'm delighted that that refocusing has highlighted three main areas that really encapsulates what we do well. And they are marine, energy, and environment. So marine is up there. Marine is a real strength that we have in the university. And the strategic plan is developing excellence in research, training, and innovation. And around the outside, the graphic designers have gone crazy here, but around the outside, you can see the main strategic initiatives that we're trying to focus on and trying to develop. So we're looking at industry innovation. We're trying to stimulate our research capacity, bring in more research funding, and the focus on bringing more postgraduates and postdoctoral training. This is how we increase our capacity. But also, not forgetting external engagement, focus on interdisciplinarity, and background again, the school feeds back in. So that's the kind of the premise and the kind of idea. Somebody was mentioned yesterday that perhaps the EOI should be research. Should be emphasis on research and impact. Maybe that's what EOI should stand for, perhaps, Environmental Research Institute. Within that, particularly in the marine thing, there are three key flagship research centres, which are probably familiar to a lot of you: the Agriculture and Fisheries Development Centre, the Coastal Marine Resources Centre, and the Hydraulic and Maritime Research Centre, which focuses largely on energy engineering and coastal engineering. And these are kind of well known, but I think what often goes under the spotlight is these centres here are very well known and have a high priority, but also within the EOI, we also have a whole number of constituent departments that feed in, and also do a lot of work. It's not just about those research centres, it's about a lot of people around the university. I'd wave a flag here for the School of Biological Earth and Environmental Sciences that I'm in, but we've got alone chemistry, physics, law, biochemistry, and even pharmacology very much feed into the marine agenda of the university. Much, much bigger than just those research centres. But those research centres, quite rightly, are a key focus and a key strength within the university. 37 million in the current funding for 2006-2011. There's 200 researchers in the EOI. We produce 130 publications annually. That's a significant input into what's happening in environmental research in the university. The EOI is also part of IMERC, which is another big initiative going on down here in Cork, which is very exciting. The partnership between UCC, CIT, and the National Maritime College and the Naval Service, and also a number of industrial partners. And the Beaufort Research Laboratory is just about to be built. In 2014, this will be the biggest marine renewable energy centre in the world. So we're really, really proud and really delighted that's going ahead. And will house the CRC and the HMRC. So the marine focus in UCC isn't just here on campus, actually spread down to the harbour and links into the other marine players in the Cork area. There's a real strength there. In terms of marine research in the EOI or in the university, we have the centre here, our marine research activities. There's a particular focus on governance and law, on geomatics and remote sensing, which ties in very well and has strong links with the INFOMAR programme, the aquaculture and fisheries, but also you can see from these spokes here, input also to geosciences and coastal processes, whether that's mainly aimed at the environmental theme, biodiversity and resource management, sustainable resources and green technologies. We can go around environmental protection, marine renewable energy, and energy policy and climate. So a lot of activities going on here. And the reason I'm kind of going on about this is I'm waving the flag here for UCC. Someone has to do it. But we also launched a UCC Marine Research Project Directory trying to encapsulate that, which highlights the 73 ongoing projects in the university. And Jeffrey O'Sullivan, who was up here yesterday, pointed out that 30% of national funding in marine research is going into UCC. And this year we pulled in the biggest amount of FP7 projects in the country. Now that's flag waving. The point of this directory is not so much to say how wonderful we are. The point of this directory is really to show this is what we're doing in the university, and we want collaboration. This is what's happening. This is raising awareness. This is putting out the kind of work that's going on and reaching out to people and saying, look, these are the projects that are happening in UCC. What's happening in your institute? What's happening nationally or internationally? Can we do joint thinking here? Ireland is a small country, and competition, yeah, we do have competition. Sometimes we get thrown into that, but the real strength in pushing the agenda in terms of marine research is in collaboration and working together. And that's very much what INFOMAR is about, is providing data and information, a platform for collaboration, a platform for coming together. And that's why INFOMAR, in my mind, is a really important national program that will springboard what a lot of universities do, a lot of flag waving that we try to do ourselves. There's another program which is interesting, which is the SMART training program, which is a national program which has come together to train people at the undergraduate and postgraduate level and CPD level on marine research, and particularly to provide a means for ship-based training. That program had quite a lot of difficulties getting going in the early days, I think because a lot of people were quite protective about what they were doing, and there were barriers to collaboration. We had a natural barrier to collaboration in Ireland. But that program has now come together with real successes. We're now running a national undergraduate module which is being taught simultaneously, or identically I should say, in a whole number of higher education institutes around the country. And for the first time this year we have ship-time training with students from various different institutes coming together on the same vessel. So we're breaking down those barriers and putting together, there's real synergy and dynamism in that. I would be very, very interested to try to take that SMART model over the next few years and see if we can do smart ship-based research. And we come together as communities and think about pooling our research interests in ship time and see if we can come together for collaborative research expeditions on national research vessels, involving INFOMAR, involving other players. And I think that would be really, really good because it would actually start us make us work together and collaborate together and maximise our potential. And we need to do that. Okay. Now that's a flag waving there for UCC, but Jeffrey made it quite clear yesterday when he was talking that Ireland punches above its weight in the EU. We are all really, really strong on marine research. But he also got the stick out after the carrot and said we should do better, or we should be leading EU projects and EU programs. And I think if we start collaborating more and actually working together, maybe around a research ship-based expedition platform, I think we can really achieve loads in Ireland. Okay, and the carrot then, if you like, is what's coming up in terms of funding. We'll work about funding. The national funding we know is difficult. But Horizon 2020, the next round of EU funding, the Atlantic Action Plan, the Atlantic Europe on marine, the amount of money that will be going into marine research, and the policy that is pushing the marine agenda in Europe is really on the way. In terms of marine research, we have a chance to capitalise on it. Now is the time to kind of come together and push for that. So that's my rebel rousing speech. If you like, what I'm really doing is perhaps welcoming you to UCC, but particularly giving a plug here for INFOMAR. INFOMAR is a national program which very much underpins a lot of what we do. It's providing brilliant data, which underpins a lot of the research that goes on. Certainly some of my research and research in UCC and also in the rest of the country. It underpins a lot of marine policy initiatives and underpins a lot of marine activities. And this seabed mapping program is envious around the world. I spent a couple of years ago, I was in New Zealand. I was quite surprised, perhaps I should have been surprised, I was quite surprised at how knowledgeable they were about INFOMAR. And they wanted to know how is it working, done all that seabed mapping. It's a real connection. This is something that Ireland does really, really well at. And if you look around the world now, seabed mapping programs are starting to develop in various countries. The rest of the world is playing catch-up with us, which is great. And that's really respect and thanks to INFOMAR, people that are leading and doing work on our program. So you're most welcome to the call, and I hope it goes very, very well. Very much.